I believe after this match, we have 2 more matches in pool play, and the brackets will be official. And looks like Khanster's already off, and Mageius is already started. We'll get a sync up here in just a few moments. Because right now, Khanster looks like he's about 20 seconds ahead. And, alright, perfect. We're gonna get Mageius caught up here, and then we'll get everything synced up here. But it looks like Khanster's got a good first B. Mageius is taking his time with the gun vault. Obviously, if you're not a very good master, you do have to stop for them. Khanster gets a health refill before the second B-blader. Mageius is getting hit with the bullets, but he's got to be careful of his health. I think he's only got 5 HP, so unless he gets a health, he's going to have to wait on the second B-blader. Ooh, he gets a health drop there. What luck. Khanster's already past the halfway point of the intro. Mageius finally breaks through, waits for the bullet to come so he can take a damage boost to the B-blader. Khanster had a small health and a big health getting his way. He doesn't want to pick those up, so he has to stop and navigate around those. Khanster does get task cars, and he's at 3 HP, so he's at the perfect amount of health. Mageius gets a HP drop right in his face. So he's trying to kind of deboost his way back to get his health down. He needs to be careful, though. These cars have gotten people into trouble many times before. And Khanster's already through Vile with a 204 grab. Mageius finally gets his HP back down to 3. And now he's got to take care of the cars. You want to take out the first 2 cars quickly, or the third one will spawn. And the third one does spawn. You didn't take out that car quick enough. So, Khanster's already started the Chill Penguin. Mageius will be not far behind. So Khanster's making his way toward the Dash capsule. Mageius has just started Chill Penguin. So Khanster looks like he's got a big lead. Looks like about 30 seconds at the moment. And these enemies at the start of Penguin can deal a lot of damage. You see, Mageius has already took 2 hits, at least, from the bunnies. And he's already at half health. Fortunately, these batten bones in the cave will be dropping a lot of HP drops. Pretty frequent that they drop health. Khanster getting through the final snowball section before the Chill Penguin fight. He's around half health. He should be okay if he be careful where he maneuvers. So Penguin immediately begins with a slide for Khanster. And Penguin can do some jumps too, and that's way better than sliding, that's for sure. And when Penguin blows the Ice Penguins, that allows Khanster to get some extra damage, and there you go. Khanster's already got Penguin down. Mageius got a 1-up drop, but he dies, and that's actually before the halfway mark. Now Mageius has to do the beginning part of Penguin. Luckily, he's got the dash boots, so it won't be that big of a time loss. But already, it's not looking good for Mageius right now. He's getting pelted with all these hits. So Khanster's using the ice here a little bit to try to take out the aerial enemies because of the mechanics of the ice shot. Whenever the shotgun ice hits something, it's going to shatter into 5 pieces and it goes the opposite direction. So there was a couple of enemies there on top of Khanster, and firing an ice into the lower one, the rebound shot hit the other one. And now Khanster's riding the elevator the hard way, and he's got to be careful. He's almost dead. Luckily, he's going to come up on the checkpoint, so if he dies, he won't lose that much time. Mageius finally gets to the end of Penguin. He's trying to get to the final snowball section. He did get that extra life, though, so I think he's okay on lives for the moment. Oh, what a time to get a health drop from Mageius going into the Penguin fight. That's going to help, hopefully. Khanster is still at 2 HP, and he's yet to get to the boss corridor, so if he dies before he gets there, he's got to start the outside of the tower again. Oh, he's having to play it very safe. He's at that point where he doesn't want to die before he gets to the boss corridor. So he's going to take it very slow. And unfortunately, Khanster gets a weapon drop from that wall robot and not a health drop. So now he's just going to probably hope to not die, or he's going to intentionally die to get full HP for the Kuwanger fight. Meanwhile, Mageius over here is got to be careful. He's one hit from death himself. Khanster going to try to keep moving around, but he's got to watch the boomerang. Mageius hopefully he doesn't have Penguin slide into him. Oh, he gets a double slide. Okay, Mageius escapes a death from Penguin. Khanster beats Kuwanger, so we have a full stage lead for Khanster at the moment. So we're gonna have Mageius is doing Eagle second. Interesting. Taking care of the birds first. And Khanster is heading into Chameleon third. Using the typical 80% route. Oh, Mageius! Oh man, he missed the cycle and ends up dying. I think BJW did that in a speedrun once. Back in the day when he played MMX. Man, you don't even need to dash jump to those. You just need to casually walk up to the lift and just wall kick off of it. No need to dash jump there. And this is where the benefit of actually having the seize thing can really help. But not coming in with any other special weapons hurts. And Mageius is having trouble debating whether he wants to get that set tank, but I think he's just opting out of it. Khanster, on the other hand, is already at the Chameleon fight. And now May just has to really take his time on these lifts. Oh, he's going to get the sub-tank the back way. He should have just took out the turret that he climbed off of first and rotted up there to the top. And then he wouldn't have had to worry about that enemy there. So Khanster is exiting Chameleon. Mageius is still halfway through Eagle, but he hasn't even gotten to the halfway point yet. Please don't die before the halfway mark. And there we go. Mageius hit the halfway part, so he's good there. Now Khanster's going in with the Chameleon Sting. And that's a good weapon to take out, especially those guys that grab you. It's hard to break out of them if you don't have a good weapon to use. Khanster is actually getting the sub-tank the way that Mageius should have gotten it just earlier. And that sets up the platforms really nice to get through this section without any problems. Oh, Khanster dropped a dash and almost died for it. Luckily, he caught himself. A death in Eagle's pretty costly. But luckily, no tragedy there. So you're going to see a big difference here in the Eagle fights. Khanster's got Eagle's weakness, while Mageius does not and is forced to use Buster only. So now that Eagle's diving for Mageius, he's going to be having a lot longer fight. While Khan won't have much of a problem. 10, 11 hits with the Chameleon Sting, and he is good to go. Mageius is trying to hit Eagle while he's diving, but he's having to resort to turning around and firing the Buster as Eagle goes behind him. I think that's the first time we've seen Eagle dive a lot. Yeah, and Khanster now has a 2-stage lead. So Khanster's using the Chameleon Sting here, and since it after you fire it, it splits into 3 shots. He's able to take these monitors out that are above him before he even approaches them. So he's basically paving the way to keep moving, and he doesn't have to worry about any enemies blocking his path. Mageius is going to take the bottom route here and get this heart tank, it looks like. So Khanster gets the initial Buster shot, and now 5 tornadoes should do the trick. Unless Mammoth decides to jump out of the hitbox. Ooh, okay, Khanster gets the kill, but X is on the very corner of the room, so before the victory fanfare can begin, X has to walk all the way to the center. That's going to be about 2 seconds, maybe 1.5 seconds. Khanster having a little difficulty selecting the next stage. I thought he was going to do a penguin revisit for a second there. So Khanster using the Storm Tornado to take out the gun bolts here. You have to stop a little bit, but one Storm Tornado will kill them. Now Khanster has to deal with Thunder Slimer. So he's using Storm Tornado when Thunder Slimer's on the ceiling. It's hard for X to stay on the ceiling since he slides down the walls. But the Storm Tornado will stay on top of Thunder Slimer and hit more times for less damage. And if Thunder Slimer decides to come down to the ground, he can actually swap to a better weapon, say a Boomerang Cutter or Chameleon Sting, and it will deal more damage. Mageius takes down Mammoth, but he's at least 2 stages behind. He's maybe about 2.5. Ooh, more drop dashes, but luckily they're not going to affect Khanster that much. So Khanster is using the Smart Mangel's weakness to freeze him, and then he's going to hit him again while he's frozen, or as he breaks out of his icy tomb for another hit. And the idea there is that Khanster wants to get into the middle of the screen before he delivers that final hit. That way, X doesn't have to walk to the middle of the screen. Mageius is trying to use the Storm Tornado as much as possible. That can help take out those little water puddles, which can hinder X's movement. Alright, Mageius takes down Thunder Slimer. Khanster is taking a ride on the minecart. Mageius opts to pick up a heart tank. I'm not sure how many heart tanks he's picked up. I think at least 2 that I know of. I think that's right. He's only picked up 2 heart tanks. I know he picked up the Mammoth one. In fact, that's probably the only other 2 that you can pick up without any trouble. Khanster, I think, picked up 1. His health bar looks a little taller than normal. But then again, I could be wrong. But Khanster does get a good armadillo pattern. Doesn't have to deal with a lot of rolls, so he can use the electric spark freely. And Mageius takes down Mangel. Khanster takes down Armadillo. And I think Khanster is on his last Maverick in X1 already. So the underwater section, or sections, you got the first sub here. where there's no spikes. You got the second submarine, which has spikes, which can complicate things. Then you have the Ouroboros mini-boss, and then you got Octo himself. Khanster deboosting into the second sub. Was hoping for a health drop, but didn't get one. Ooh, he took a hit off of the torpedo under the submarine there. If he doesn't get a health drop from the Ouroboros, if he waits for it to completely collapse. Oh, now here's something we haven't seen yet, I don't think. This Ouroboros says that it can go into the ground. This can delay things for Khanster. But luckily, the Storm Tornado, if you hit him in the head or the tail, will take him out. And Khanster gets all the health he really needed right there. Khanster also opting to go straight in with the rolling shield. Ooh, 2 energy drains right in a row from Opto. That's going to delay Khanster's progression a little bit. And now a third. And a fourth, just to troll him even more. But Khanster is finished with the X1. Mageius trying to get up the tower. He keeps getting sniped, and he's about dead. He needs to be careful. Gotta be aware of all the projectiles. Oh. That sets Mageius way back. And Khanster has begun X2. Yeah, you can't go right after the ladder yatters. Gotta make use of them weapons. I would suggest using some ice there. The ice can actually extend upwards. Buster can only go straight across. Khanster has taken out the CFO intro boss. Okay, Mageius trying to ride the platform to all the ladders. Alright, he's got to be careful of that enemy at the top. Alright, he's finally in the door. Khanster starting sponge. And he's gonna get the sub-tank, and I think he got... I don't know if he got the heart tank. Oh, he didn't go for the sub-tank! I mean, if you're gonna get the sub-tank, that's the route you go. I mean, otherwise you just use the red lifts. That threw me for a loop. May just has to be careful. Oh, the boomerang got him on the return. Oh, and it's a game over. Khanster using dash lemons, but Sponge is blocking some of his attempts. Okay, Sponge goes up, but he kind of goes up a little early. Is Khanster... Oh, he went up again, but can Khanster finish him off in time? Oh, I don't think he's got it. He's going to be close. No, he's one short. If he would have ignored those two thorns on the ground and just went for the dash shot, I think he would have gotten him. But Khanster had to go settle for Angry Sponge, and... Man... Khanster's showing us a little bit of the X2 get weapon screen. So Mageius has a second crack at Kuinger, but he's already at low health. Khanster makes it up to the arm capsule in X2. And he gets clipped by the bullet on the ladder. Gotta use the ice. The ice is arguably a much better weapon here. The Storm Tornado only goes horizontal. You need something that extends upwards, because it's every platform he's getting hit by a bullet. He saw the bullet come. Good dodge. Khanster making it to the second half of Gator. Okay, Khanster gets by the Disc Boys and Gator. That's an annoying section. Okay, third time's a charm for Mageius, and he's out of Storm Tornado. And now he goes with the Fire Wave. Khanster elects to wait to get a charge built up before the Gator fight. That'll guarantee him a charge chain shot on Gator if he gets the dash off soon enough. And now Khanster's going to try to get the one cycle. Ooh. Oh, and Mageius dies to Kuinger. It looks like he got deadlifted. Oh, Gator tries to go in for the drill. And Gator decides to dive on him. Okay, Khanster making use of Gator's desperation attack, where when he's at low HP, he's gonna jump, and then whatever height X is at when Gator meets up with him, it's kind of similar to the bit fight at X3. Then he'll drill across the room once, and he'll drill a spike into the wall. And if you touch it, you take damage. It doesn't kill you like instant death spikes, but they're an annoyance. Especially if they're at just the right height. Alright, Mageius finally stood still and started firing, which is what you should be doing when Kuwanger's at half health or less, because he'll just teleport around. He won't teleport on you if you stay still, but if you keep moving, then he can just appear right on top somewhere and you run into him, and then you can die that way. Khanster going bird third. Mageius finally gets out of Boomer Kuwanger, and he's, I think he's got 3 or 4 more Mavericks to go in X1. Khanster crashes the bike. What? He's actually going for the dash boots? Really? Khanster, you gotta be kidding me. I don't think I've seen this in the tournament before. Khanster's getting the air dash boots. This is the first race I've seen Khanster race. I didn't know this was a thing for him. I guess maybe he's scared of jumping a dash, maybe, somewhere. There's a few places that, if you drop a dash, it can kill you. Khanster flashed something in his chat, just briefly. And he's getting good luck from Ostrich right now. Had those few jumps. There you go. See how high Ostrich jumps? That's why you want Ostrich to be as low as possible in the fight. That way you can meet Ostrich at the top of his jump for that iframe reset and get 2 hits very quickly. So Mageius is doing the chameleon fight. You just shoot him with a boomerang, and he'll jump to the opposite direction, and you just repeat. You just shoot on the ground there, Mageius. The boomerang curls up if you stay on the ground. If you try jumping up and throw the boomerang, it may curl downward. It curls in the direction that you're falling or jumping. Just depends on what direction you're going. The boomerang's going to follow suit. Khanster tried to time the dash jump to where he could get dash speed as the gate opened up, but didn't quite get it. Mageius dies on Chameleon a second time, and he game overs again. And Khanster is about to fight Bubble Crab. Looks like he's got a charged spin wheel ready to go. And he jumps immediately. And he jumps again. We got a jumper here, folks. Another jump. This is the most annoying thing that Crab can do is jump, because he can jump out of a wheel, and then you have to wait for the wheel to disappear before you can fire another wheel. Doing Stag 3rd, then Moth 4th, and then Centipede 5th will get the X-Hunters off the stage select the fastest. Because of the order that the X-Hunters teleport in. Mageius skips the mech. Khanster making his way up the first climb, or big climb in Stag. He's still got one big one left. Now I think Mageius has a hang of this chameleon fight. Nice one. Khanster using the charged Sonic Slicer to snipe that flying, Rocky the Flaming Squirrel before it lights up any, flame jets. And now he's got the, Bubble Splash ready for Stag. When Stag gets hit by this weapon, he's just gonna immediately fire, his, fireballs, just like that. And you can actually jump over the first one. And then he actually has an iframe reset when he throws that first fireball. And you can loop him. Mage's just trying to take out everything with Storm Tornado. I think he's trying to get HP. Oh, he got a lot of drops there, but getting hit just cancels everything. And now he just triggered the cart, but now it took off on him, so now he's just going to opt to do the this section without it. And Khanster's already starting Moth. I think 2 more stages and he'll have X2 finished. Khanster waits for the robot to rise and then lets the charge go and gets a Michael Jordan jump or chaos dump, whatever terminology you want to use there. Mageius manages to get the armor off the armadillo. No, don't take damage from Dillo. That's a killer. You can fire 3 sparks. You can fire 3 electric sparks. Oh. And now he has to go through all that again, and he's got half of the spark. Khanster making good work of the cocoon, but doesn't have a chance to get that last burner in. He's gonna have to wait for the cocoon to stop spinning. And he has just enough to get burners on Moth. Nice. So, Khanster starting Centipede. He's already got the charge burner ready. Dashes through the second barrier attacker there that you can actually snipe. The speed burner does give you invincibility when you activate it. Oh, Khanster almost got crushed. Luckily the strike chain was out to bail him out of that one. But whenever you activate the speed burner, you get invincibility while you're in its animation. But if you're already in iframes from a previous hit and you activate it, your invincibility actually cancels out along with the iframes from the hit you took. So if you activate it just after taking a hit, you're going to get hit out of your burner also. Oh, Khanster died in the final hallway. He got crushed, I think. His soul got crushed. But luckily, there's a checkpoint right after the Raider Killer fought, so that death wasn't really an issue. And now for the Centipede fight. Yeah, every time Centipede takes any kind of knockback, he's gonna teleport. Oh, and Mageius died again just before killing Octo. Khanster's waiting for Centipede to stop teleporting. Oh, and he threw his Buster Shots away. I think I know why Khanster picked up the boots. I think when Centipede does his little magnet attack here, you can actually air dash if you don't get a dash jump off beforehand. It's just a safety against getting your abilities drained. And now Mageius is out of Rolling Shield. And now that he died, he has no Rolling Shield. The best option here is to break out the boomerangs and cut the Octo's tentacles off. And then you can try to finish him off with another weapon. Okay, now that the tentacles are off, now he has to not die. And that's a game over for Mageius, I think. Yep. And Khanster makes it to the end of Snail and is about to finish X2. So Khanster is a full game ahead right now. Oh, that's funny. Khanster shot the magnet, but Snail retreated, but the explosion from the magnet was still active when Snail came out of the shell. Oh, and then Snail decides to bum rush Khanster. He can do that. You know, for a slow-moving animal like Snail, he can sure move pretty damn fast. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. So take 2 for Khanster. Oh, and he does it again. Alright, let's see how this goes. He's getting bum rushed again. Gotta kick that shell, dude. Kick it. So as you see, Khanster's continuously kicking the shell just so Snail can't get to it. And with that, he finishes X2, and Khanster's going into X3. I think Mageius may take a strategic death here. Even if he cuts off the tentacles, he'll die to, I think, 1 missile. So he needs to make this life count, or he's gonna game over again for, I think, the 4th or 5th time. And Khanster had a little trouble getting on that ladder. Alright, he's got the tentacles off, so now he's gotta not take damage. He needs to kinda watch the missiles and the patterns that they do. Man, Octo is blocking all these rolling shields with all these missiles. There, finally. He almost died again. And I think that's it for Mageius for X1. He can finally move on to X2. So Khanster continuously unleashing charge shots into the boss here. Mage is getting hung up on the bar wings in the Reploid factory. Khanster is already moving into the first of the 8 Mavericks in X3. Mage is finally making it to the CFO boss. Khanster trying to get some double kicks to jump through the ladder gaps. Khanster wants that gap jump. There, he gets one. He doesn't know that the ladders actually have runs that you can grab onto. Mage just grabbing the first sub-tank and sponge. Mage is taking the long road to get to the sub-tank. Khanster gonna abuse Buffalo's AI here just by jumping at the right time, and Buffalo will go into the wall. Khanster going Seahorse next. And Mageius is going to have his turn at Sponge. So Sponge can jump around. He can throw his chain to the wall, and he can also grab the ceiling. He can also jump and throw the chain. But what's really hurtful about Sponge is that contact damage is 6 damage, and he died to the Thorn. So I think the key is paying attention to where Sponge is going. If you're close to him, you need to be prepared for a potential jump, because those jumps can come at you out of nowhere. And every time that you go behind Sponge, he'll stop his current attack and do another one. Khanster takes down the mini-boss. Sponge is going up again for Mageius. Mageius has got to focus on getting some hits on Sponge. Now Sponge is gonna go angry for Mageius. Khanster had a little trouble there at the end of Seahorse. That's the worst place I think you can die, is right there before the boss corridor. Oh, Khanster ran out of ice. But luckily he had 2 HP left. Otherwise, Seahorse could have gone into his desperation move, where he just melts into acid and he'll go into the ground. And then he'll reappear. And that's a time waster. So Khanster is a full game plus a Maverick ahead. Mageius gets up to the arm capsule. It is time for the dumbest stage in this game. Tunnel Rhino. Tunnel Rhino. Tunnel Rhino. Tunnel Rhino. You can die in just 3 hits. It's so dumb. So dumb. And that's true. Oh, and we get Bit to show up in Rhino. This can be problematic because if you take a damage a lot from the Bit fight, you may find yourself in health trouble. Because there's not many enemies that you can get a forced health drop from in the second half. Luckily, Khanster only took 1 hit, so I think he's okay. Mageius unfortunately died in Gator. As you see, Khanster making use of the ice. Whenever you defeat an enemy that's on the ground or on the ceiling with the ice, you get a guaranteed health drop. It's random whether it'll be a large drop or a small drop. Khanster trying to mash his way through the Hell Crusher. He's taking a lot of damage and he's almost dead. Ooh, 1 HP. If Khanster dies before he gets... If Khanster just dies, he's going to have a much more aggressive Rhino. Because the way Rhino's AI works, it depends whether you die or not. Ooh, he gets 1 health, but that 1 HP drop. But that's not enough. Now that could help. Yeah, if Rhino's more aggressive, he can do 2 additional attacks. And then the fight is not so easy. Okay, Khanster makes it up to the Rhino fight. So as you see, the patterns here are pretty easy. Just hit them with a weapon. Just hit them with their weakness and get out of their way. That's about it. So Khanster is doing Tiger Fourth, I think. Khanster being an X3 runner, going with previous routes is usually an easy way of learning categories like this. You just piggyback off of routes that you already know and are used to. Oh, that's unfortunate. The one thing unique about all the X games in general is that when you fire special weapons, you can only have so many of them on screen at any given time. And Frost Shield is powerful, but you can only have 2 shots. You can't have 3. So once you have 2 of them out, you just have to wait for them to basically either get hit by something or they despawn. So Khanster's just mashing on Tiger. Every time Tiger does an action, you'll see his he'll have an iframe reset. So if you watch his boss meter, you'll see it go down 1 tick and then another quick tick, as you saw probably right there. He only does this on the ground, so you might see it again there like that. And now he can go into his desperation phase, just like that. So, at this point, Khanster doesn't have the spinning blade, so he's got to keep using Buster. Ooh, okay. Khanster got through Tiger. I thought he was going to be I thought he was going to get killed there by something, but he had an extra HP. Ooh, Khanster taking some big hits already at the start of Catfish. Luckily, he's using the ice. It kills those crab blasters in 1 hit. Mageius working on the stag fight. Oh, Mageius is getting pal drivered here by Flame Stag. Oh no, and he has no more lives. Okay, Mageius barely gets by Stag. He was about to go after him again. Okay, Khanster's approaching the catfish fight. You can use drills on catfish right away, but every time you use a drill on them, you trigger a 3-second iframe period. So that's pretty slow. You can get a Buster's charge shot in about every second and a half or so. And now Khanster is going to have to resort to drills. Looks like he might have a 6th drill. Mageius having trouble with the old robot. Now when you let the old robot here in Moth get back to the ground, you have to do the whole process of taking out the robot all over again. Khanster getting ready to make his way towards the crushed crawfish fight. So you're going to see Khanster hit him with the Tri-Thunder, and then he's going to swap the Buster as soon as he can, and he's going to start mashing lemons into crawfish. And it won't trigger his iframes because he, just like Seahorse, he won't have any invincibility unless Khanster decides to play safe and use Buster. Oh, he tried to go for it. There he goes. Now he's got some hits. And then you just repeat the process. Mageius is trying to take out the second Pararoid, but not using any of the weapons. He's just opting with Buster. You really want to use like Bubble Splash, Sonic Slicer, or Buster takes a lot of hits, and the old robot won't turn around until it finishes a jump. So Khanster has the bite fight. He's going to start with a lemon to bring it to an odd number of HP. And then every drill hit will deal 2 damage. So when bite gets down to 1 HP, Khanster's going to pause so he doesn't trigger the explosion sequence, and then he'll finish him off with one last buster shot. Mageius has finished off the first phase of Moth, but one hit and he's dead. Oh, he did the burner too soon. He should have got a little closer and then activated the burner. And then he game over, so now he has to do the longest stage in X2 again. Or he's going to another stage. He went back to Moth. Moth is the longest stage, and to die at the very end is very, very catastrophic. Because it's about 3 minutes. Even at the highest levels of play, it's about 3 minutes long. To some people. It's usually maybe more 2.5, but it's very lengthy. Khanster doing the flowchart for Beetle, just fire ray splasher, make fun of Beetle for being too free, that sort of thing. And I think Khanster has one more stage to go. Mageius is getting chaos dunked on here by the old robot. And he's about to die. Buster won't work, you gotta use another weapon. Like, charge up strike chain, or I think he even has like Sonic Slicer, I thought, or maybe he just has spin wheel, or if he's got burner, probably should use that. Khanster just smooth sailing in the and he's about to finish up the 24 Mavs. He's only got Hornet to go, and he's finished the bit and bite required fights. So Khanster using the spinning blade. It's not Hornet's actual weakness, but it's a soft weakness. Even though it only deals half the damage the true weakness does, the iframes are way less. So it's much faster to use spinning blade. And with that, Khanster looks like he got a PB there, 1:15.08. think that's a PB. I'm gonna check real quick just to be sure. Looks like it is. So, GG to Khanster. And let's see where that puts him in the pool. I don't think that improves his position or his chances to potentially get out of the pool, but we're just going to check anyway. That gives Khanster a win, but yeah, it looks like Techie and Lynx have the top two places in this pool, but Khanster should feel good that he got a PB out of that. Yeah, Khanster's just playing the rest of X3 for fun. Okay, Mageius has another shot at Moth. He needs to... Oh, he needs to not jump into him. Moth will kill you in one hit if you're not careful. Especially if you've already took a lot of damage. It's a shame. Alright, Mageius finally takes down Moth there. Had to play it safe though, had to hide in the corner. Probably the best spot to be. Moth is really, really fast. And he hits like a truck, so you definitely want to stay out of Moth's way at all costs. Was this a wrong stage select for Mageius? The next stage should have been Centipede. There's some neat things with the Silk Shot. The Silk Shot, when you use it, it'll come out as not necessarily junk, but it come out relatively to what's in the surrounding area. So you just saw some crystal silt. Yeah, Mageius did that too late. Way late. And it looks like we just had a, and I think we just had a forfeit from Mageius. So it looks like the race is officially over. And Khanster gets a win, and I think he got a PB as well. And with that, I do have to sign off. I've been up for 18 hours, and I've been up since 2 a.m. Actually, yeah, it's been 18 at least. So I'm about ready to fall asleep. But with that, thanks to all the players and the restreamers, and thanks to you guys for watching. We have 2 more matches this weekend, and hopefully pool play will be finished. So stay tuned for those remaining races, especially Laseki versus Into. That should be a good one. And hopefully I can get this microphone fixed. I'm going to get it checked in the morning. So with that, I'm going to sign off. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a good night, everybody. And we'll see you next time.
Hello, hello.